All right, morning everybody. Mid-September. I don't know, maybe pushing 8 in the morning. I think we just got bit. Yeah, we did. I don't think it's very big, but it's the damn second cast of the day. Didn't even have time to do my intro. Let's see what comes up here. Little guy. There we go, huh? All right. Got the skunk out of the boat on the intro. How about that? Never had that happen before. Yeah, anyways, got the lake here. It's cold. It's like 44 degrees up here. So we got a lot of fog, so I knew we'd have a later start to being able to see. But yeah, there you go, huh? Little smallmouth for the day. Skunk is out, guys. So, hey, buddy, thanks. Came out to this mid-lake hump. I'm gonna throw the square bill around a little bit, see if I can't get a morning bite out here. And sure enough, I did. So, yeah, welcome to the program. There's a little guy to start the day. We're gonna have bright sun, about 75 here at the end of it, but chilly start. You can see the fog rolling. It's beautiful, and only about 5 boats here, so that's even better. But yeah, the fact that we got bit that quickly, that's very encouraging. I hope that turns out to be a pattern for the day. So welcome to the program. Hopefully we put a nice one together for you here. We're gonna release this weed bass here and get on with what we're doing. So kind of a unique start to the day, right? We got the skunk out of the boat while we were live. I don't think I've ever done that this season. So that's kind of neat. We're just trying to do a little intro there. I was having a hard time even finding that area with all the fog, but it kind of broke right away when I got on that hump. But got that one little smallie, and I had a largemouth throw me a few feet from the boat. He wasn't a monster, but so we got bit twice on that hump, but that's it. Fog wants to clear here. Sun's going to come out. It's going to be blue skies and bright. So I'm going to head up here and start working a little deeper off these weed beds like we've been doing, and see if the fish are still a little deep. We've lost some water temp. That's more for me, I guess, you if you care, but we're down to 74. Last trip up here a week ago it was pushing 79. So these cold nights have done a little bit. That's awesome. As this water starts to drop, these fish will really turn on and feed hard for the winter. So love the fall. Cannot wait for that bite to get here. Hopefully it's in the process of starting. So we're gonna work hard today. We're gonna have a hell of a good time, because that's what you need to do when you get an opportunity to be on the water. And hope everybody out there is doing well. And we'll be back shortly, I hope. Here we go. Got them deep on the 5XD. Let's see what we got. All right. Getting a little better than that's the first smallmouth. Oh, easy, pal. Easy, pal, easy, pal, easy, pal. All right. Hey, heavy hitter, way out here deep. Always love it. Nothing super big, but again, it's a start. It's a start to a pattern. Where there's little fish, there are larger fish. That's what they tell me. So there you go, little guy. Nothing massive, but he works for the pattern, so that's good. Way out here in about 25 feet of water. Weed bed again is in there where the fog is kind of blowing, so he's out deep. They're off the edges. They're not shallow. At least some of these guys aren't. But yeah, I wasn't catching them on that shallow hump. Came out here with a deep cranking and found that guy. Again, hit hard, so hard, just boom, everything stops. And you kind of wonder what you're into. And sometimes they come up pretty chunky, and sometimes they come up pretty average. So no sweat, just love getting bit, love getting them in the boat, and love being out here. So let's see how this works here. We'll work this deep water for a little bit, then we'll go hit some of the other spots that match this pattern. Oh, there was something there. That might have been a weed. That felt pretty good. Nothing on it. That could have been Mr. Fishy there, but usually something hits that hard, they find a hook. But that's peculiar. Usually if you get that much of a thump, it's either the fish has hit it or you got a bunch of weeds, and I had no weeds, so who knows? Maybe I bumped the stump way down there. We'll see. But all right, that's all, guys. All right, spinnerbait in the weed bed, and he's gone. Made a lot of noise, but man, it's tough in the weeds. I don't know if you can see him in the water here, but we're in them. I caught that one off the deep edge, and I thought, hey, you know what? Got a little breeze across the weed bed. I'll sneak in here, and that's a nice little fish, average fish. But you got to get them up out of them really fast. I kind of got a weak hook set in him, and he was able to toss me. But pretty cool. There's a lot of noise. But we'll see if there's any more in here real quick. That's promising. That might be a technique we can do up there on that big flat where we got that big one there a couple weeks ago. But we'll see what happens. It's always nice to think you got an idea, reach down and pick up a pole with different bait on it and get bit. Of course, it's always more fun to actually catch them, but we're not in charge of that all the time. Sometimes that just plays itself out. So we'll see here if I can snag another one of these weed beds here. That'll be the plan for the next 5 minutes. I only got one hook in him. I don't think we'll get him in, but we're going to try real fast. There he goes. Oh, there he goes. I thought he was going to be close to getting him in. Come here, he can't swim in the boat. Hey, yo. Okay. There you go. Little smallmouth. Certainly nothing large. Certainly not what we're after, but that being said, any fish is a fish, is a fish. Came up north end, got a little bit of boat traffic down there on the southern end, and after that bass I lost on the, what do you call it, the spinnerbait there, I couldn't get bit in those weeds, shallow or deep, so I run up here in the north end. It's real quiet, there's no boats up here. I'm going to work this weed flat on the other side, but I don't know, something told me just to stop here on this little point and make a cast or two, and sure enough we got bit there. So no size yet today. Everything's been pretty small, but we'll find them. We'll find them. They're here. If we're getting the little ones to bite, we can find some bigger ones. We're just gonna have to work, but that's what makes this game so much fun. So stick with me. Hopefully we start putting a little bit more chunkier fish in the boat for you. Little fella, oh my. Oh boy, really struggling for size today. Struggle. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love them, but my God, that's 11 inches long. Pounds it right off the weed bed right here. Wonderful. Spinnerbait cruising along and just smack. And you hit them and think, oh, right. And it's just little. I don't know. Water temp's down 5 degrees. 5 degrees in about 5 days. So it's a pretty good drop. It should be starting to turn them on to feed, but we probably got to get into the 60s to really start that. We're at 74. But water's a little stained up on this end. Can't remember the last time we had rain that would have done that, but it's starting to clear up the further I get down this flat. Had 2 muskies come up and hit it. Not big, 25 inches maybe. Again, short strike. They just kind of bit at the tail. So I don't know. Nothing's really eaten. Best one was probably that one on the 5XD, and he wasn't very big. So anyway, I'm gonna shoot up to my deep spot up here on the weed bed and fish that pattern that's been working the last several trips out here and see if there's some bigger fish out deeper. This shallow run I just did here really proved nothing, and got those first couple on that shallow hump the start of the day with the fog. So really having a hard time putting a pattern together where I can say the fish are. So it's gonna be one of those working days, and hopefully I can figure it out. There's a good fish. There's a good one. There's a good one. There's a good one. There's a good one. We were due for that, huh, folks? We were definitely due for that one. Kind of moved to a spot I haven't really thrown for a while, and end up pulling up finally close to a keeper, which we've been struggling to find today. So let's see if we can undo this fella. Get him back in the water where he belongs. And move on. So there you go. You got all kinds of black spots on them. That's finally close. 12, 13 incher. We, man, been a struggle today. Been a struggle for sure. Not sure why. But I came up to a spot here that I don't even know that there's weeds here or not. Kind of past the weed beds where I wanted to be. There's a couple guys there crappie fishing. So I want to let them have their spot. And kind of came up past the weed edge and just kind of made a cast in some deeper water here, and sure enough got rewarded with the nicer fish. So anyway, we'll fish this little area here, then we're gonna go up and hit that deep point you guys see me on a lot. Haven't been there yet today, and we're gonna see if some fish are there, but I don't know. Temperature drop, water temp drop, might be having an effect on things here. Bottom line is, it's a beautiful day. We got some fish in the boat, no tanks yet, but day's young. I think we'll find one. We'll keep working. It's not gonna be a bass. That's gonna be a muskie, I think. Oh no. Oh, it's a big old bass. Huh. All right. Huh. Belly hooked him, that's why he felt so heavy, but he's still a big fish on top of that. All right, there you go. Boy, he smashed it. He caught it right under his mouth here. That's why he felt so big, and then he put a bunch of weeds with it. So on top of all that, he felt really heavy. But where he came from, I thought that could be Mr. Muskie. So I was wrong, and I'm glad about that, because I like catching bass. There we go. All right, nice one. That's a chubby one. That's the big boy of the day, finally. Finally pushing the legal keeper. Away he goes. So we will certainly stay here for a second or two. Yeah, strong hit. Very good hit. It's funny, you know, they hit that hard and get a little bit under his lip, and boy, you put him in a couple of weeds on top of that, and things feel real heavy, real fast. Got a lot of wind blowing now too, starting to build up a little bit of white caps, but that's cool, that helps me. But that's a bigger fish, so they're getting bigger as we're going here, and again, we're on the big crankbait to do it, so kind of figured that would be the pattern for today, and it seems to be presenting itself that way. So I'm going to work through here a little bit. I got some real deep weed beds here before I roll up on this point here. I'm trying to beat a Amish canoe's trying to get to me there. Yeah, we got some more weeds here. Yeah, we're in the spot I want to be in for sure. Here's your weeds. So I'm going to hang out here for a second and see what I can do, and maybe this Amish guy will go by me. Oh yeah, we do. That's a tank. That's a tank. That's a tank. That's a legit ass tank. Oh, yes it is. Oh, there he goes. Unbelievable. 3-pounder, at least. Oh, I'm gonna be sick. I just threw up in my mouth. This wind's blowing me, and I thought I was in the weed bed. I thought I made a bad cast, and I didn't. That was a nice big largemouth. Had one hook in them, one of the back hooks. But we're gonna certainly stay here. Oh, that's a gut punch. Not gonna lie, gut punch city. But I'm gonna turn it into a positive, man. I found a new spot here. I'm working it. Got 2 bites here so far. Different spot, little It's deep, and I got some weeds that lead into the creek channel up to my flat, so I'm gonna work this area a little bit, and oh boy, hopefully I recover. That's a nice fish. Oh, it's been a while, guys. I hope I can get this one in. Look at that fish. What a great bass, all spotted up. Boy, he ate that crankbait. Wow, look at him. He's like polka dots. He came up, I didn't know what to make of that. That's really weird. I know Jake looked that up for me once, but that's really strange. Look at that, spotted all over this side too. What a great fish. Boy, do we need you. Boy, did I need you. It's been a day. And then I go and miss that big one. It's right over there. Oh, that was frustrating. That's been chewing on me for the last hour. But, well, now that guy came up and hammered it, that's sure gonna help my peace of mind. Been a hard day. Started off with some little fishes, finally got to some decent quality now. We're boating mostly 14, 15s, which is great. I'll do it all day. But losing that 2+ pounder was a bit of a heartbreaker. But finally got onto this little point here. I like to fish. I've spent a lot of time on this point. But man, it's been covered up with fishermen today. Been a lot of Amish on this point today, which is good, I guess. Everybody kind of knows this spot, but they finally got off it, and I was able to get on it, and that was the result. Nice little polka dotted bass. Big smallie, big smallie. Oh, let's see if we can get him to the boat. We've been struggling today. Oh, we did. What a nice smallmouth. Wow, wow. I'm not going to say wubsy, Jake. Whoa, don't put that crankbait in my leg, pal. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Damn, that's a nice fish. There you go. Look at that. Finally got into something nice. It's a nice 15-incher. Big fat smallmouth. Oh boy. Trying some things. I'm trying something different here right now, and it paid off already. Paid off already. Came out here with the 5XD. I'm on the edge of the island we call here. I'm on this hump, but I'm fishing the back edge of it, the deep side that drops super deep. And I just thought I'm going to come in along that back edge and try to stay on that edge and treat it kind of like the weed bed edge. And that's what I did. And that was probably 6 casts. And big smallmouth. He really hit it hard. That's a great sign. So that's cool, man. I try some new things and trying to think through a day, and come into a nice smallmouth like that. That really makes me happy. So we shall continue. Way out there. I don't know what I got. Oh, another nice fish. Wow. Looks like a big smallmouth. Oh, please be hooked. Oh, he's got 2 chasing him. Oh, that's a big largemouth. Guys, this is all right. I've tried something different, and it is paying off. It's awesome. There were 2 chasing him, his buddies. They're like, hey, what you got? We want some of that. Little do they know they don't want any of that, because they don't have to come see me in my boat. All right, let me unhook this fella. All right, he gone. Look at that. That's a nice chunk. We'll take it. All right. Figuring stuff out here at the old lake. I love trying some new things. I love when the new things I try work. Makes you feel really smart. But we all know the truth. But anyway, it is pretty cool to come in here and try something. Never threw this lure out here. Been throwing square bill out here. I've been having luck, but I tried to go with this deeper version and try to just ride the edge of this drop, and so far there's been a couple of fish hanging out on it, so no complaints from me. Oh, we just caught a big old weed fish here. All right, we'll sign off on that. Switched up baits, just got bit. Oh, he's something strong here. What do we got? That's a smallmouth. Gotta be a smallmouth. Oh, yeah. All right, there he is. All right, switched up to the 3XD to change the profile a little bit. Just get a little smaller. Got the same depth and the same color. I just switched up to get a different bait profile. Oh, my goodness. Come here, flippity floppity. Hey, hey, hey. All right. All right. Not a monster, but again, kind of neat whenever you can switch up the technique. I don't know, I've been throwing that 5XD all day. Doing well, got some fish, lost that big one, still grumbling. But then kind of figured I'm with stay with the same color, and I like the depth I'm at, but I did change up to a little different wobble and a different profile bait, and right away got bit there by a nice little aggressive smallmouth that was not too happy to come in my boat. So we got rid of him. He's back where he belongs, and I'm gonna fish for a little bit longer here. Day's starting to wear on, and I got some grass to cut at Pop's house, so I'm gonna get out of here, give myself enough time to get his yard put together, and that'll be a day. All right, guys, I wish I had more for you, but I don't. That was a good workout today. I don't know how many we got. I don't think we got to 10. I lost a nice one. Had one come off on a spinner bait, and I think that's it. It's only a couple losses, but yeah, the big boy of the day would have been nice to get in, but we didn't. Got everything on a crankbait square bill, 3XD there right at the end, and the 5XD continues to be a good depth and a good profile bait right now. Things are changing. Water's 74. I'm looking now, actually up to 75. So we're still hovering in the mid-70s. It's starting to drop, and it will continue as long as we get cold nights. So we're going to transition from summer to fall here in the next couple of weeks for sure, which will change things, and I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully get a really good fall bite up here. In the meantime, today was beautiful. I mean, the sky there's a couple little clouds, and it's all sunshine. So beautiful day. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Have a great time, and I will talk to everybody next time the boat hits the water.